kidding.
He's got 10 goals and 13 assists.
Yeah, I know. It's just 6 on Kelly Reed.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's Ryan Reed's stuff.
Yeah, right. So I got it over there.
Back to Metallica.
Deal, I'm told.
It doesn't surprise me one bit.
Yeah. Yeah, the last, that has to be about the youngest there, right?
It is.
Yeah.
No emotion at all. Same line all the time. It's funny to see so many girls, people I used to play hockey with. They didn't get boys.
Yeah.
They got girls. Claire's got a set of twins, a boy and a girl that are younger than her. But I don't know if they play hockey or not. Were you doing this when Olivia Haig was on?
Was not.
No?
My first year was 14, 15.
Yeah, okay. Now she's playing for Benell. She's got scholarship offers.
Okay.
Just, it's unbelievable. She's leaning towards Boston University. Yeah. Her dad's a good friend of mine.
Although I feel like I've already been, it's longer than what I think that I've been doing stuff for Rapids, because last night Jordy McLaughlin was one of the assistant coaches for Elk River, and she was a senior the first year I was playing hockey here.
Jeez.
So in the time I've been here, she played her senior year, went through college, and is now an assistant coach at a school.
You know,
That's pretty good quick run for her.
I was pretty surprised. Like Tom Rothstein's kids played for Bloomington Jefferson. Tim Ashan, his kids played for St. Cloud. And now he's could be a number one draft pick. But it's like all these. I don't know. I just could not move to the cities. So many people did it right after high school. I'm like,
Yeah.
I couldn't do it.
Well, it's time to get this show on the road.
Yeah.
It's time for Grand Rapids Greenway Lightning Hockey on 1320 KOZY, 93.1 FM, and KOZYradio.com. This game is brought to you by Hibbing Chrysler Center, Computer Enterprises, CarQuest Auto Parts, Woodland Bank, Brookstone Manor, Ford of Hibbing, S&S Meats, Dale's Auto Body, and Ray's Sport Marine. Lightning Hockey is also brought to you by Automotive Electric Service, North in Bloom, Lakes Gas Company, Peterson Insurance, Coleraine, Paul Bunyan Communications, and Floor to Ceiling. Lightning Hockey starts now on 1320 KOZY and 93.1 FM.
Good afternoon. Welcome to the IRA Civic Center, my home away from home, the Larry Johnson Press Box. I'm Sheldon Willis, along with Eric Johns for this afternoon's 7AA girls hockey game. And Eric, last night the GRG Lightning getting a nice win against another section opponent, 1-0 over Elk River.
Yeah, I heard that was actually a really good game. I looked at some of the highlights and the stats, and you know, it's amazing.
He said last night's win may be the difference between starting the playoffs on the road and starting them at home, because this is a very deep section right now, 7AA.
You know, I noticed that too, and it's big to have that home game to start with. You know, anytime you can play in your Grand Rapids can keep this up, and they get some of this home ice advantage.
And now this afternoon playing the Forest Lake Rangers, a senior down in the state and third in the section.
Oh boy. You know,
3 of the top 8 teams in the state in Section 7AA, North Wright County, Andover, and Forest Lake.
You know, that doesn't surprise me. Over the years, I've watched some of these teams start to develop, you know, from scratch until, and Forest Lake, year after year, even the boys team, year after year, they're getting better.
And Andover as well, another program that's developed more recently, and now both in boys and girls, they're ranked right at the top of the state.
Yes, they are.
We'll take a break here on the pregame show, and when we come back, head coach of the GRG Lightning, Brad Hyduk, you're listening to Lightning Hockey on 1320 and 93.1 KOZY.
Ray Sport and Marine is looking to hire a full-time salesperson. Position available immediately. Pay is salaried with commission. Benefits package available at time of hire. Qualified applicants should have some experience in a marine setting with fishing boats and outboard motors. Knowledge of the major brands of boats, motors, and marine accessories. A professional and friendly personality. Willingness to learn. Expert sales skills. Attention to detail. Neatness in workspace and appearance. Understanding of typical computer applications and flexibility with work hours. To apply, submit resume to Ray's Marine in person. Email to eric@raysmarine.com or apply online at raysmarine.com/employment.
Is 2020 your year to be healthier, to do better, to live better? Let Aquarius Home Services, your local authorized Connecticut dealer, help. Connecticut provides the world's most efficient water treatment system. You'll enjoy worry-free water for drinking and cooking. Clean, clear water for your dishes, laundry, and shower. Plus, cleaning is a breeze with no more rust or white scale buildup. And for a limited time, Aquarius is offering 25% off a Connecticut non-electric whole house water treatment system. Schedule your free in-home water analysis by visiting ConnecticutMN.com. Aquarius in Connecticut. Brilliantly simple.
Welcome back to the pregame show on KOZY with Brad Hyduk, head coach, GRG Lightning. Well, we talked twice in 2 days now. Let's talk a little bit about the Elk River game last night, where there was territorial dominance, but tough with the puck going in the net.
Yeah, I think I called it surgical. I thought we played a real surgical game, meaning a lot of detail, attention to detail for us, and I was really impressed with that. That's why we were able to control play the way we did and really limited their opportunities. I think people need to realize it's a team that went up and beat Warroad and Roseau, and so they're very capable of playing a high-end game, and they've kind of had an inconsistent year, and we were able to kind of eliminate some of their key players, and it's always scary. You knew it was a big game. That game may very well have determined whether we're home in the playoffs versus or away in the playoffs. And so for the girls to answer the bell, especially in the third period where it's 0-0 and you feel like you have everything to lose, we went out and won, which was really impressive from our group.
And it looked like as the game went on, especially the third period, the passes started finally click and go tape to tape a few more times. Yeah,
we weren't getting forechecked real hard for extended periods. When we did well, but I think it was most apparent in the offensive end where our use of the D was critical. We used the defensemen who did, I thought, a great job of using the D wing, the D to D play, creating a lot of traffic and shots. Ultimately, the goal is that type of shot that comes from the point and gets redirected a couple of times. And we need to do that again today. This team is a deeper team and has some high-end players. And what was going to be really noticeable with Forest Lake today is their goaltending and especially their really mobile.
Here, I made a comment to someone. I think this JV team is about as fast as the varsity team you saw yesterday.
Yeah, they got some nice players. Thankfully we got a nice late goal here. Shots were 28-1 at one point, and they don't have the top end talent on that ice, but they just right through their program have some very good skaters, and they have 12 seniors. Your JV is going to look like a bunch of sophomores who are ready to play high school hockey. And next year you're looking at their varsity team. So they have a very good JV, and that carries all the way up. Their third line is a lot of teams' first lines, I'll be honest with you. You're going to see 2 6-footers on either wing on their third line, and they're just a deep, mature, very experienced team, and we're going to again have to be really surgical, very good with our attention to detail again today to have an opportunity.
And how important is both transition defense and defensive zone coverage when you are in your own end?
Well, against teams like this, you have to be very good in your own end, and I think that's something we've continued to improve. Last night maybe we weren't in our D zone as often because we made the simple plays getting it out, and when especially 26 for them, Maddie Christensen had some opportunities to kind of fly around the perimeter. I thought we limited her opportunities, and today they'll be a little bit deeper. They're going to be more tactical. They're going to be able to move the puck quite a bit better, so we're going to have to watch kind of the backdoor style plays, but also watch the mobility of their defensemen. So our wing play, covering their points, and our net front are going to be really important plays for us today.
It is both tonight's game and maybe next Friday against Andover some measuring stick games to say how do we stack up against the best in the section right now?
Yeah, these are the top 2 teams in the section. They returned all of their rosters essentially from last year, and Forest Lake was 15 seconds from going to the state tournament last year before Andover stole it away, and Andover's the number 1 team in the state. So those are the top 2 teams. We're going to get to see them both, and we've had some great games with Forest Lake, regular season and in playoffs here recently, and unfortunately we've been on the receiving end, and whether it's now or whether it's in playoffs, I think it's our time.
Good luck tonight, Coach, or this afternoon, I guess.
Thanks, Sheldon.
And that is head coach of the GRG Lightning, Brad Hyduk, as we get closer to this afternoon's game. By the way, I know there's a little matter of an NFL playoff football game or something coming up.
Yeah, I don't know. It's one of those games that we just hope that can continue to play well.
There you go. I like that. Is Kirk Cousins, now that the monkey is off of his back, is he going to break out and be an elite quarterback in big games? We'll see. 2:30. We're about a half hour away from pregame over on our sister station 96.9 KMFY. Turn on Paul Allen, listen to a homer call the game instead of someone trashing the Vikings. Right?
That's very true. The thing I thought was funny is Kirk Cousins come into this thing with a lot of pressure on him.
Oh, yeah.
Right from the get-go. And for him to turn it around very slowly but surely. I'm really looking forward to it. I'm a Minnesota Viking fan
true.
Well, it's nice to have you aboard.
Yeah,
If
I'll
you're a
stay
Green Bay
there.
Packer fan,
No.
I just throw you out in the ice now.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
Pregame show here before Lightning hockey as both teams come back out. We'll take another break and come back with Todd Gutterman, head coach of the Forest Lake Rangers. You're listening to it on J105 The Thunder and J105. No, you're not. That's tonight's game. We're on 1320 and 93.1 KOZY.
So you're ready to buy a new car, but where do you go with so many dealerships out there? Where do I go? Who can I trust? Where can I get the best deal? Well, at Hibbing Chrysler Center, you'll come into an environment that will be stress-free. You're sure to find the perfect vehicle on their huge lot, but if by chance they don't have what you're looking for, they'll get it for you. At the Hibbing Chrysler Center, you'll get straight talk without double talk. Hibbing Chrysler Center on the Beltline in Hibbing.
Built to last, built for fun. Now at Pokegama Lawn and Sport, discover the ultimate way to play for all seasons with a Glacier Ice House. Built right here in Minnesota, Glacier Ice Houses are not your typical ice shack. They're engineered top to bottom, from the most reliable truss roofing system on the market down to the strongest axle design. Sealing RV-grade windows to the durability of the all-cedar interior. You'll see for yourself how Glacier Ice Houses set them apart from the competition.
Hockey, and as we were chatting before I turned the recorder on, a lot of seniors, a very experienced team that you have this year.
Yeah, it's a group that we've had now 4 years, some of them 5. About 6 of them played as 8th graders, and the rest came up as freshmen. So, very veteran, experienced team.
Well, and I saw a lot of names I'm familiar with. Of course, I think the last 4 years, Forest Lake and the Lightning have met in the playoffs.
Yeah, like we just said, it's 2 good hockey teams. GRG is extremely well coached. Every time you play them, you're going to get their best, and it's tough no matter when we see them.
And the Lightning, I don't know, reloading, rebuilding, however you want to say, but a lot of young players on the Lightning team this year.
Honestly, I haven't looked a lot at their roster, but I'm hearing that they're young. Obviously, you can't look past Vekic, one of the best in the state. So it's nice having that piece in the puzzle while you're rebuilding. But like I said earlier, we know this is going to be a battle. Always is.
And 7AA, the landscape changed a little bit this year with North Wright County coming in.
Yeah, you look at North Wright County, they, I believe, were in the section final last year in Section 8. They returned their whole team, added Maddie Skelton, so they're a very talented team. We have Andover. You guys did a great game last night between Elk River and Grand Rapids. So this is an extremely deep section.
And when you look around, there's not a lot of girls sections, I wouldn't guess, that go 5-6 deep.
No, there's the Edina, where you got Edina and Blake and Wyzetta and Benilde, so obviously that one. But yeah, I would say those 2 sections are pretty solid.
You played last night against Duluth, and it certainly looked like a very solid effort, a very convincing win last night.
The girls came out flying, and I was just talking over there with our goalie's dad. The puck was moving extremely fast last night, which made it hard for especially the Duluth team, and the girls. They moved it quick. They moved their feet, and fortunately, we're able to bury some pucks.
Is it tough to be on a road 2-day weekend? Do you worry any about not sleeping in your own bed and coming out on a second day like this?
No. Let's face it. That's a team like Rapids. That's their season, right? So, I like to do it back-to-back like this versus making 2 trips out of it. It gives the girls some time at a hotel, bonding, getting closer as a team. So this is the way how we would prefer it, and I'm assuming, we're going to be just fine.
And how much difference does that make, or how important is that to have a team that's close off the ice as well?
Well, it's huge. Any business, any sports team, right? If there's no trust, you're not going to do very well. And these girls have been playing together since they've been U8s, won a U12 state title. So they've been together for a long time. They know what it takes, and they definitely trust each other.
Well, I know it's going to be a fun time. We're closer to playoffs than you think as we get here in the girls hockey always kind of catches me because it seems so early. We're closer than you think.
It was funny. We were just talking about our.
Whatever happens, looking forward to a good one this afternoon.
Awesome. Yeah, you know what? We'll see. Like I said, any one of those top 5 teams could make a trip to St. Paul, so it'll be interesting. But yeah, it'll definitely be a fun game today.
Welcome to Ask Your Agent with the Move It sisters, Frankie and Billy Joe from the Move It Real Estate Group. Many folks wonder why they should use a real estate professional.
Well, real estate forms are constantly changing and easy to make mistakes on. Simple things like how to take ownership can affect you years later, if not.
Frankie and Billy Joe, the realtors that make you feel at home.
And welcome back to the IRA Civic Center, and I see that head coach Brad Hyduk completely changed his starting lineup. There was no one that I was given as a starter who's actually starting. Did you notice that, Eric?
I did right away. I noticed that. I'm looking at my list here. I wrote down, and I'm like, they're totally different. But last minute changes. He decided to go with something different.
Decided to match up lines a little differently, and some of that is because Forest Lake did not start their number one line. Let's go over the Forest Lake starters. They will start Ellen Gunner in net, and she is 12-4, a 1.44 goals against average. Forest Lake only gives up 1.56 goals per game. At one forward, Brooke Remington, she's a senior, 7 goals, 15 assists. Another forward will be Bailey O'Donovan, number 18. She is a senior. And where's the other one on my list? Defense, Ellen Nelson and Lindsay Munifering. And Jenna Zowen, number 17, the other forward, also a senior. For the Lightning, they will start Mackenzie Cole. A couple starts this year, but not the goaltender that you usually see. Emily Trask, the senior, getting most of the starts. And up front, Molly Pierce, Callie Reed, and number 17, Ellie Tilma. And on defense will be Hannah Mark and number 22, Jazzy Bischoff, a 9th grader. So the Lightning really going with their third line as well. And we are underway with the Lightning going from left to right in the white uniforms with black, orange, and green trim. Got to get a little green in there with the Greenway. There will be no green on the Grand Rapids boys jerseys here this evening. And Eric, for some reason, we did not get anyone to come and run our camera. Usually head coach Brad Hyduk is very, very good at doing that. I don't know if you can do double duty and move the camera a little bit as we have a YouTube stream going. And we will see if we can figure that out between periods. As well as the face-off now in the Lightning zone. 5-2 was the final score for JV with the Forest Lake with the win. And I'm on the air, Sean, but Brad forgot to send me a camera person from the JV game. You think you could get that taken care of for me somehow? As see, when you're the superintendent, you got to do everything, right? As the puck now in the Forest Lake zone, back to the point. Kaiser Reed keeps that in. Mercury Bischoff behind the net, just underway with no score. As Forest Lake breaks out to center. Bateman will go to the far side. Drops to the trailing defenseman, and the shot over the net off the stick, Brea Parent. And Parent, 20 goals on the season.
Wow, that's pretty impressive. Yeah, especially, halfway through the season or almost a little
About
bit more than
two-thirds now for girls.
Yep, that is impressive. The one thing with Forest Lake is having 12 returning seniors. That's just huge.
It is, and Rachel Golnitz will say her name a lot just off the U18 team. Hey, we have help. That is good. Just try to keep the play in the picture, and you don't have to do anything else for us, okay? Thank you so much. And it's there. Now we got the camera, and you're down to one job, Eric. That's good.
Yeah, that's probably a lot better.
Off the faceoff, puck controlled by the Rangers. Slap shot and deflection. Nice save by Cole. Now moving in, a little bit of room out front, and that's kept out by Cole as well. And now the puck is shot down the ice. Comes right on net, so Gaynor has to hold it, play it there. No icing called. But Forest Lake coming close early, and they're out shooting the Lightning 3-1 here early on. The puck intercepted at center ice by Kelly Reed, and Reed shoots it deep into the Forest Lake zone. Back to get it is Golnitz. Golnitz moves it along, and quickly Parent out to center ice. Puck shot deep into the Lightning zone. No score. Early first period action. This is the first of two high school games on Lamke Broadcasting. This evening's game, the boys' game between Greenway and Grand Rapids, will be on J105. Puck comes to the near side as the shot from Courtney Peterson, and slides just into the net. I did not catch the deflection. I was checking my roster as the shot was wide, bounced out in front, and got behind Mackenzie Cole, and just agonizingly slow slipped across the line.
She just couldn't reach it. It rolled so slow.
But it is a 1-0 lead for Forest Lake. Shots on goal 4-1. An unassisted goal. Were you able to catch who it was?
I think they said number 6.
6 would be Sydney Rydell, her 5th goal of the season for Forest Lake. Puck in the Rangers zone, and out to center ice is Wallachek, Lillian Wallachek, senior forward. You'd say senior forward all across here. There are a lot of seniors on this team. Tilma tries to move it ahead. Taken away, kept in the zone. Now Bischoff will give it a crack. Vekic taken down at the boards, able to get it out, and back to get it. The Rangers through center ice. That's intercepted nicely by Mark. Mark at center ice tries to move it ahead. She's turned away. Now coming in is Parent, and Brea Parent in all alone, and Cole stops that and holds on for the faceoff.
You know, the one thing I've noticed so far is this early in the game how Forest Lake's defensemen, they're not scared to rush the puck and jump into the zone.
Off the faceoff, puck comes in front, and the rebound, and they score again as Forest Lake a 2-0 lead. This one, I believe, will go to Rydell as well. By the way, I would make a new rule in girls hockey that you're not allowed to tuck your jersey into the pants.
Oh,
you get girl. I believe that it will be Rydell on the goal. That one is Rydell for certain. Now here's Parent. Parent stick handles in. It's a quick 2-0 lead for the Rangers. Parent behind the Lightning net goes to the half wall. Comes to the near side. Shot that's tipped just wide. Montefiore taking the first shot. Now as the puck slides back to the point, it will get out to center, and Montefiore has to go back to get it. Now Rydell turns, gains the blue line, and shoots it in deep behind the Grand Rapids Greenway net. Caden Broking had an assist, took the initial shot on the lone goal last night. Will backhand it out to center ice. Reed can't control it there. As Golnick quickly into the zone, cuts in front, has room, and shoots it just wide. Rachel Golnitz showing why she's one of the top defensemen in the country at her age group. Now here's Reed. Reed comes to Hannah Mark just beyond her stick. Puck does come out to center ice. Trying to backhand it ahead is Pierce. She will. 11:35 to go. A quick 2-0 Forest Lake lead. Now the puck slides to center and down into the Lightning zone. Getting there first, the Rangers. Applying the pressure is Broking. She'll get it ahead. Here's Elich. Elich up the far side. Out in front. Lightning fight for it, unable to get anything. We're going to have a penalty called on the Lightning. At the end of that scrum, a long shot in, and we'll have the penalty called as Cole will freeze the puck. I was saying, you get a smaller young lady, she tucks the jersey in and has a ponytail, you can't see any of the number.
No, you're right. I suppose that's a disadvantage. You're right.
That's just an announcer's grumble.
Yeah. You're the only one that has to see that, though.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. No one else cares. Holding call on the Lightning as the puck shot down the ice. So Forest Lake with a 2-0 lead and a power play. Their power play clicks along at 27.7%. Lightning with a 90%, a little over 90% penalty kill ratio. Nice job there by Kaiser Reed to get to the puck, backhanded out to center. Ellen Nelson for Forest Lake. Gets it, and now the Rangers coming in. And they'll set up the power play down low. Reed pokes it away initially. Comes to Parent at the half wall. Parent back to the point. They play catch on the far wall. Centering pass, sneaking in, looking for the backdoor tip in was Ashley Mills. Puck comes across the crease. Parent at the half wall on the far side. Parent goes down low. Centering pass that's shoveled behind the net. Back to get it there is Remington. Out front, shot blocked by Reed. 38 seconds left in the Forest Lake power play. 2-0 Forest Lake lead. To the point, Nelson keeps it in there. Now Golnitz goes to the far side. Again, they try back door. That's blocked nicely by Reed. Reed has had a great penalty kill so far. Backhand shot right on. The save by Cole, but the rebound slammed home. And that will be Bria Parent with the power play goal, and it's 3-0 Forest Lake.
Forest Lake they're dominant in there. They get down in that back door. They try it on that. They're not afraid to throw that puck across there.
They're not. They snuck in that backdoor play a couple times, and that didn't happen. And finally on a rebound, and that was a tight angle shot that was roofed short side on the rebound.
Yeah, the rebound, I seen it come out, and she was on it right away, and she seen where she had to put it.
And on the off wing, it was a left-handed shot on the right-hand side, and I think her skates were below the goal line when she let that shot go, but the stick just out far enough to have an angle.
Yep.
As Forest Lake now a 3-0 lead on the Lightning. Parent through center ice. Just scored the goal, winds her way in, goes wide on Hannah Mark behind the net. Leaves it there for Rydell. Rydell back to the point. Golnitz keeps it in there. Banged off the boards by Elich as the Lightning give chase. Golnitz there first. Comes to the near side. Too far for Parent, and Hannah Mark in her own zone. Backhands it to Bischoff on the far side. Now here's Parent. Parent with room. Comes in, makes a move. Nice job by Hannah Mark on the defense to stop that. Now Peterson tries to keep it in, can't. Puck right in front of the Lightning players' bench as players make changes. And did we had the puck going into the players' box for a second? I was watching closely to see if we had too many men on the ice call, but Lightning were very careful with that, with the puck right in front of the bench.
Well, Mercury, number 12, she could have touched that.
Yep.
And she chose to kind of dive over the board.
Puck shot in, but it's offside, and face-off will come back outside the zone. Wallachek shooting that in. 3-0 Forest Lake. 8:15 to go, period one, as Forest Lake has been dominant so far. Mills with the face-off, wins it back to the point, and shot in deep by Montefiore. At the wall, trying to fight for it there is Roloff. That doesn't connect. Behind the net, Reed. Reed taken off the puck and taken down hard. Centering pass, looking for the backdoor tip in again. And that's sneaking the defense in. Now back to the point. Slap shot right on. Cole with the save, and she'll hold on for the faceoff. Forest Lake rolling early, 3-0, 7:40 to go.
Let's take some time and thank some of our sponsors with Super One Foods, Move It Real Estate Sisters, Ray Sport Marine, Cole Hardware, and the Timberlake Lodge.
And off the end of that, Forest Lake getting a penalty, so the faceoff back down in the Forest Lake zone, and the Lightning with a power play down 3-0. Puck comes to the point. Reed shot goes wide. Out front, that's cleared away. A slashing call. Shot from Broking, tipped right in front by Bischoff. That's Mercury Bischoff. That was the... Now... to Claire Vekich at the slot. She backhands it down low. Back to Broking. Broking and Bischoff, or Broking actually, and Tilma playing catch down low. Shot right on. Behind the net. Tilma will get it back to Broking. Finds Vekich. Vekich shot doesn't get through to the point. Now here's Broking again. Broking going for the tip by Tilma and tipped it just wide. Lightning doing a nice job on this power play so far. Angle shot by Vekich goes just high and wide. Down low to Tilma again. Tilma at the half wall, spins around, gets it to Broking. Her backhand is taken away and backhanded down the ice by Brooke Remington. Couple nice set plays on that power play so far.
Yeah, they moved the puck real well there.
Long pass ahead, finds Mercury Bischoff. Bischoff, her centering pass is blocked into the corner. Bischoff tries to get it down low, but instead is shot out to center and down the ice, and Hannah Mark has to go back for it. 6:09 to go, 29 seconds in the Lightning power play, and a 3-0 Forest Lake lead. Hannah Mark through center ice, it's relayed in. Lightning give chase. Comes back to Mark at the point, backhands it in. Now on the far side, shot right on, and Gaynor makes the save. That was off the stick of Jazzy Bischoff.
You know, the one thing I seen with Grand Rapids on that power play, they moved it around, but Forest Lake, they play that box, and they keep everybody out, and where the Grand Rapids has to take a perimeter shot.
And Rapids a couple times tried to work it in for just go wide and tip it in, and it just didn't quite connect. But I actually like that play against the defense that Forest Lake was running.
That is a very smart play.
Down the ice it goes as Bischoff has to go back for it. Jazzy Bischoff, and the penalty over for Forest Lake. Lightning have a couple chances, unable to break through, and they trail 3-0 as the puck still fought for deep in the Lightning zone. Still bounces around. Rydell tries to move it in front of the net. Cole gets it to Savigny, and the puck poked out to center, down the ice. Played there by Gaynor. Puck comes to the near side as Roloff trying to keep it in. She will for a moment. Lightning making changes, and Forest Lake sets up to come out of the zone. They get it just out. Tilma takes over there, tries to wind her way in, finds some room, gets a shot on net, and the rebound bouncing juicily up the slot, and the Lightning unable to get to it. And the puck comes almost to us.
Yeah, I caught that out of the corner of my eye for a second there. I was looking down at my paperwork here, and I thought, uh-oh, here we come.
Face-off will be at center ice, and no one stopped the clock. Come on, Marv. There it stops. Referee coming over and telling the clock operator how many seconds to put back on, or when to start the clock, so we keep it on schedule.
You know, and that's good. He got that quick, because 10 years, 20 years ago, that would have been a 1 minute delay.
Exactly. Puck down in the Lightning zone. Clearing pass, fanned on and taken away. Shot deflected just wide of the net. I don't know if Cole had a good look at it. Out to center ice, taken over there by Forest Lake. In they come, centering pass, Parent's shot. Cole with the save, rebound knocked away again. And now Tilma in her own zone, looks for Vekic out to center. Vekic going hard against Golnitz, and Vekic taken into the boards. Vekic tries to squeeze down low, puck comes back to Golnitz, and she'll play it to her defense partner, Courtney Peterson. Peterson at the half wall. Bischoff keeps it in for a moment. Now a delayed offside on the Lightning as Forest Lake comes out to center. Now here's Borboom, a long shot gloved by Mackenzie Cole, and she'll hold it for a face-off. 3-0 Forest Lake, 3:19 to go first period.
We'd like to thank some more of our sponsors here. We'll take Shaw Florist, S&S Meats, Dale's Auto Body, and Automotive Electric Service. You know, the one thing I noticed with Claire Vekic there, she has got a long stride, so she's plenty fast.
She is, and Golnitz probably one of the few skaters who really match her stride for stride. She couldn't pull away from Golnitz as puck shot toward the Lightning net, turned aside with the stick by Cole, and now Vekic out to center ice. Puck gets just away from her and shot back into the Lightning zone. Vekic all the way behind the net, comes out to the face-off circle, and the shot right on, rebound, and Forest Lake scores again. Again, a rebound goal. Tough to blame Mackenzie Cole on those, and it will be Bailey O'Donovan with her fourth, number 18.
You know, Forest Lake has such firepower. I mean, they crashed net. There was 3 players behind our defense, and the goalie, nothing she could do about it.
And a 4-0 Forest Lake lead. First period action yet, 2:43 to go as this is intercepted. Quickly coming in. Lightning defense able to thwart that, and the puck rolls in on Cole, and she'll get on it and hold it for a face-off.
You know, I cannot hear the announcers this evening, today.
I could hear them much better last night. That is, you are absolutely correct.
I missed who scored that goal. I got the 2 assists, but I did not.
I know 18 scored the goal, Bailey O'Donovan. I had the goal scorer. If you got the assist, we're going to be good. And I think Marv is keeping a live scoreboard going on Hockey Hub, so we'll pull that up between periods and make sure we catch up. 2:18 to go, first period action, as it's been all Forest Lake in the first period. They've outshot the Lightning 13-5 and lead by a score of 4-0. Tilma trying to move it in deep, puck in the Forest Lake zone. Reed takes a whack at it. That doesn't result in anything. A long shot bounces off Cole's glove and right down in front of her, and she'll drop on it for the face-off. Face-off in the Lightning zone. 1:56 to go.
On that goal, the assist went to Jenna Zowen.
Okay, number 17. Okay. Rangers win the face-off. Shot goes wide. Pinching in is Courtney Peterson, keeping it in deep. Hannah Mark on the far side. Off the boards. Gets it to Vekic, but Vekic unable to get out of the zone. Down low for Parent. Parent, Mark, Vekic, and Sammy Borboom all behind the net. Now Vekic off the boards to Bischoff. Bischoff out to center, and Vekic catches up with it there. Tries a little give and go with Elich. And the give was good, the go not so much. Back to the point, a long shot, and Gaynor makes that save and holds on for the face-off.
That was a nice play. They just couldn't get the puck to sit down. You know, if she could have got it back to Vekic,
yep.
That would have been really nice because she'd had a wide open net to look at.
And it was a nice play coming out of the zone. The little they worked a little give and go with Mercury Bischoff and Vekic. So Vekic gave it to Mercury, kept skating, and Mercury gave it right back. Now Tilma keeps it in at the blue line, puts it deep. 1 minute left in period one, in a period that's been dominated by Forest Lake. and they lead 4-0 here late period one. Tremblay tries to move it ahead. She does. Tremblay gets it into the zone, moves it in deep as the Lightning make some changes. Out to center ice. Trying to drive in was Remington. She stopped at center. Vekic can't go anywhere. Now here's O'Donovan. O'Donovan has the puck taken away. 24 seconds left. Vekic comes out the near side, scoops it up the boards to Bischoff, tries to follow up, but it's taken off her stick. Now Mills, that's stopped by Vekic, back to the point, kept in front, shot, goal. With 8 seconds left, and that will be Ashley Mills, her 9th of the season. Puck squirted out front, and Mills made no doubt about it.
Yeah, that she let a nice shot go. That could be an unassisted one because that come off a Grand Rapids player.
And with 8 seconds left, it was already bad enough, I guess, from a Lightning perspective. And it sounded like they did give an assist. We'll catch up with all the scoring in a bit, but the first period belongs to Forest Lake as they get a 5-0 lead after one. You're listening to it on 1320 and 93.1 KOZY.
When you need to find a part at a price that's right, that red and blue sign is just within sight. Roll in to CarQuest.
Find cool deals with freedom to choose on these great products at CarQuest Auto. Buy one, get one 50% off on ISO Heat Injector Cleaner, gas line antifreeze, and a mix and match of Prestone fluids. It's a great time to stock up now. Great prices every day at CarQuest Grand Rapids.
Roll in to CarQuest and roll on.
At Dale's Auto Body in Grand Rapids, one of the most asked questions is, will my vehicle ever be the same after the accident? The answer is yes. If your vehicle is repaired correctly, it will be restored to pre-accident condition. That's why it's important to bring your vehicle to a shop that has the proper equipment and the trained technicians to perform the necessary repairs. Dale's Auto Body of Grand Rapids invites you to tour their facility and see for yourself how they restore vehicles to their original condition every day.
There's a new dealer in the area with a new way of doing business, and that dealer is Ford of Hibbing. They have a great selection of vehicles, including F-150s, sport utility vehicles, along with a great lineup of Ford cars. If used is what you're looking for, Ford of Hibbing has over 80 used vehicles in stock, including the largest selection of rental returns in the area. Call or visit for our no-hassle price, or check out our website at fordofhibbing.com. Ford of Hibbing. It's a new way of doing business.
Hi, Mark White, President, First National Bank of Coleraine. Mobile banking has revolutionized the way our community bank customers do their business. I am super excited to announce the unveiling of some great new mobile products tailored to help you bank easier. Stop in or call one of our friendly, knowledgeable experts to learn more. The First National Bank of Coleraine, member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
And welcome back to the IRA Civic Center as I try to multitask and keep the commercials on. And the PA system doesn't seem to be tuned up quite like it was last night, Eric. It's tough to hear in here today.
It really is. Both of them, they've all been muffled, and to pick up an assist, it's tough. You can see who scores the goal, but the assists have been tough.
Unless you're looking at your sheet like I was at the first goal.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right.
That one surprised me.
Forest Lake has scored a couple of quick goals and caught me off guard, but they have some firepower.
Oh, they have dominated this first period, and after one period, lead the GRG Lightning 5-0. You want a measuring stick against the best in the state, that's fine. Now you've got 2 periods to match that speed and match that intensity.
They're going to have to, what Grand Rapids is probably going to have to do, they're going to have to start taking a few more chances of getting a fast break. Forest Lake is so big. They've got much faster skaters, and I think it's because of the size difference.
That reach, and they're just they're winning so many of the one-on-one battles, and they play great position hockey. They are always where they need to be, and their defensemen are very mobile.
You know, like I was going to say earlier, the defensemen are very mobile. I've watched a couple of them. They carry the puck out of the zone. They're not afraid to take it into the zone. And, you know, it's absolutely amazing watching these girls from Forest Lake try that backdoor pass. They are not scared to throw that puck across there. And, you know, they've always got somebody back there. And it's just, you know, a matter of timing. You know, there are about 5-6 chances. If they'd have just got the puck, it could be very ugly for Grand Rapids right now.
Well, 5-0 after one, I guess, is ugly enough, right?
It is. It really is. And so Grand Rapids got a little work cut out for them here.
We'll take another break, come back to run down scoring. I think we're all caught up on who and when on the scoring plays. We'll take a break. 5-0 Forest Lake. You're listening to it on AM 1320 and FM 93.1 KOZY.
Hi, my name is Christy Poling. I work in graphic design and marketing at Grand Rapids State Bank. I have the opportunity to help shape a concept for marketing purposes. So I work with writers and photographers to make that concept come alive. My ideas are always considered. I know I've earned the respect of people here, and that makes it possible for me to continue making a positive impact. I think that's true for anyone. When you're valued and appreciated, you feel better about yourself. This is my community and my bank.
Member FDIC, Grand Rapids State Bank, Equal Housing Lender.
Hi, this is Kevin Friesen, sports certified physical therapist at Grand Itasca. We're proud to have provided sideline coverage for student athletes in Grand Rapids for over 20 years, Itasca Community College for nearly 20 years, and more recently we've expanded to the communities of Coleraine, Hill City, and Reamer. The Grand Itasca Sports Medicine Team is your first call for sports injury care. We'll get you back to the game as soon as safely as possible.
Grand Itasca, part of Fairview Health Services.
Quality, selection, and personal attention. Lake Country Furniture, a family-owned business, offers a warm and inviting 20,000 square foot showroom featuring the best brands in the Northland, including Flex Steel, Sealy, Tempur-Pedic, England, and Amish-made Smith Brothers. Whether your taste runs to upscale or casual, they have the styles and selections you're looking for. Accessorizing your home has never been easier, with a wide selection of accessories and gifts. Lake Country Furniture, reflecting our Lake Country lifestyle. Southside Grand Rapids.
Range Bottle Gas has been locally owned and operated for 4 generations, and we're ready to meet your propane needs this season. Hi, I'm Scott Peterson of Range Bottle Gas in Coleraine. We offer emergency bulk deliveries, scheduled deliveries, as well as cylinders. Save with our cash discounts and our pre-buy pricing option. For the best in energy and service, count on Range Bottle Gas in Coleraine. Call 245-3870. Propane, the exceptional energy for the Northland.
5-0 Forest Lake after a period of play. You got all your paperwork caught up, Eric?
I think we are caught up.
All right, what do we got?
I'll start with some scoring here. In the first period here, the lead things off for Forest Lake at the 3-minute mark was Brooke Remington. That was an unassisted goal. And then Forest Lake got back on there. That was a quick goal. 15 seconds later, they scored that goal. That went to Sydney Rydell with Brooke Remington getting the assist. And Forest Lake scored the third goal with number 5, Bria Parent, with an assist going to Brooke Remington. And that was at the 8:48 mark. And the fourth goal was number 18, Bailey O'Donovan, with the assist going to Jenna Zoen. That was at the 14:25 mark. And the fifth goal for Forest Lake was number 27, Ashley Mills, with Brooke Remington getting an assist on that at the 16:52 mark. You know, that's one thing I noticed is Brooke Remington's already got 4 points in the first period, you know. But a couple penalties in the first period, one for Grand Rapids and one for Forest Lake. I had, you know, the shots, which was, you know, pretty accurate from what they got here. 6 for Grand Rapids and 14 for Forest Lake. I did the face-off too, just kind of watching. I might have missed a couple there, but Forest Lake won 15 and Grand Rapids won 10.
And from Marv Bird, who keeps a couple extra stats for us, shot attempts, 6 for Grand Rapids, 22 for Forest Lake, and blocks 2 for Grand Rapids, none for Forest Lake. And he says scoring chances 0 to way too many.
Oh, way too many, way too many. I mean, I'm actually impressed with this Forest Lake team. Their power, you know, the way the power is amazing. And, you know, I think it boils down to the 12 returning seniors. that's basically, that's tough. That's tough. They played together since, their whole career, and I think their coach said something about they won the state championship as the
12Us, I believe.
Yeah,
Yep.
12Us, and so they know what it's like to win. They are good. I mean, they're tic-tac passing. They stay in position. So, Grand Rapids is just going to have to, I think they're going to have to take a few more chances if they're going to get something on this team.
And for Grand Rapids Greenway, I think getting and just being able to establish, are you going to score 6 goals and give up 0 in the next 2 periods against a team that averages less than 2 a game giving up? Probably not. But what you want to do is stem the tide, come out, play hard, and play it even. Prove that you belong here in this game.
You're right, and that's just it. They have to chisel at it. You're not going to get them all back in 1 goal, But, the one thing for Grand Rapids, they got 3 of their shots on the power play.
Yep.
And they can't get inside, so I think it's wise for them they take that shot wide of the net, looking for that tip, because Forest Lake's defensemen, they're big defensemen. And
there is no room right at the top, right at the slot or right at the top of the crease. There's no room there at all.
No, there's not.
We'll take another break, come back with second period action. It's 5-0 Forest Lake after 1, and you're listening to it on AM 1320 and 93.1 KOZY.
Computer Enterprises have been taking care of you and your computers for 35 years. The staff at Computer Enterprises lives, works, and plays here, and is a great choice when you need help tackling issues that can arise with your computer, and they come up. So go to Computer Enterprises. They're locally owned and work with people you may know and you sure can trust. New location just south of Shaw Florist, Highway 169, downtown Grand Rapids. Computer Enterprises. Hands-on for 35 years.
Hi, this is Chuck Miller from Floor to Ceiling Grand Rapids. It's the perfect time to start that home improvement project. When you come to Floor to Ceiling store in Grand Rapids, you're going to get the right products and advice to go with it. Since 1980, we have been your locally owned store, offering individualized personal service with competitive pricing on carpet, hardwood, ceramic tile, vinyl, and more. Come see us soon. Floor to Ceiling, Highway 2 West, Grand Rapids.
Think about it. Someone deserves flowers today. Flowers are perfect for birthdays, anniversaries, graduations, thank yous, get well wishes, or just to let someone know you're thinking of them. Whatever the reason, at Shaw Florist, our unmatched quality and service at a fair price has made us the area's leading florist for over 70 years. Give us a call at 326-SHAW, online at shawflorist.com, or stop in on Pregame Avenue in downtown Grand Rapids.
And we're just set for second period action. Again, the Lightning caught a buzzsaw a little bit in the first period, down 5-0.
They did, so they got a little work cut out, in front of them here. All they can do is just keep chiseling away and just keep playing the way they were playing, maybe take a few more chances.
Off the face-off, here comes Tilma. Tilma into the zone, plays it back to the point. Shot doesn't get through off the stick of Hannah Mark, and out to center ice comes Forest Lake. Well, that's showing a little jump right off the first face-off.
Yeah, she took it in. If she could have a little more speed, that's where those defensemen come in. They got such size and fast for Forest Lake.
Puck in the Lightning zone as it comes back to the point. Slap shot. That takes the stick of Tilma out of her hands, but the puck doesn't get all the way to the net. Now Mark behind the net. Backhands it up to the half wall as comes out to center ice, giving chase Callie Reed. And getting there first, Forest Lake. Cutting in. Top of the circle. Room. Shot goes just wide. Mackenzie Cole back in net, and you wondered about that just a little bit as Claire Vekic puts it in. Golnitz back to get it for Forest Lake. Not that any of those goals were Mackenzie Cole's fault, but sometimes after seeing that much rubber and giving up that many goals, you just say, it's time to get her out just to preserve some confidence for the goaltender.
They do that,
Yep.
I've seen it to 20 seconds into a game, a goalie give up on it, and then they're pulling them. But no, I'm glad they kept her in there and give her some confidence here.
Long shot in on net. And Cole will stop that and hold it for the face-off.
I'll take some time here to thank some of our sponsors. We'll thank Lakes Gas Company, Peterson Insurance Company, and the Grand Rapids Public Utilities Commission.
Face-off will come to the right of Mackenzie Cole. Lightning make a late change and send out Callie Reed to take the draw against Parent. Puck shot behind the Lightning net. And comes out to center. It'll roll, get on edge, roll all the way down. They say no icing. And Lightning down applying the forecheck. Puck comes right to the post, and we'll have a whistle. Puck was still free, but the referee on the backside lost sight of it, so blows the whistle. 15:04 to go, second period action. A 5-0 Forest Lake lead.
You see that so often at times, and referees can only do so much where they lose sight of the puck. And, it's always the offensive team that's, they're the ones that they still see the puck even if they don't. They always think they had that chance.
Off the face-off, this is won by the Rangers. Golnitz puts it behind the net. And out to center ice come the Rangers. Coming in is Mills. Mills has a goal here tonight. And the puck flips over the glass and out of play, so we'll have a face-off in the Lightning zone.
It looks like right now Grand Rapids has come out with a little more hustle in their, their step here. And I think that's what they needed to do, is pick up a little bit, maybe win a few of the free pucks. And
shot right on, and a nice save by Cole, and she holds on for the face-off.
I think that's going to be key, too, is to make a few saves.
Our camera person's looking at you when you put your elbow on the on there and bounce the camera. We have a new camera person this period, and I didn't get her name, but she's doing a fantastic job. Kennedy? Yep. All right, Kennedy. I can tell she's taking care of the camera well. Back to the point, shot goes through. We got a delayed penalty coming up on the Lightning as puck in behind the Lightning net, and the Lightning will touch it and now we've got a scrum behind the net, and whoa, that is Jordan Tremblay on the bottom of that, and I believe we're going to have a Forest Lake player that ends up heading off the ice for good. Yes. There was a delayed penalty coming up to the Lightning to Jordan Tremblay. But then Ashley Mills taking exception to that. She maybe didn't know that let's see, were both players kicked out completely?
No, they put the Lightning player in the penalty box, and the Forest Lake Ashley Mills, they escort her out of the rink.
Well, Mills was actually throwing punches on top of Jordan Tremblay at the end of that. That developed late. There was a delayed penalty for quite a while on the Lightning, on Jordan Tremblay, I believe.
And I miss what caused that whole situation.
And we'll see what transpires when everything's done here. But certainly Ashley Mills lost her cool a little bit at the end of that and was pretty much pummeling Jordan Tremblay. Tremblay, I believe, was getting the initial penalty. Had been just holding and grabbing and causing some frustration for Ashley Mills.
That was the last thing I thought I was going to see when I came into this game is Ashley Mills was going to town there.
And the Lightning will end up shorthanded when this is all said and done. The initial penalty, and I believe will be served by Grace Savigny, the initial minor, and then I believe we'll have major penalties to both Jordan Tremblay and Ashley Mills, and they're gone from this game.
Well, the Lightning player is still in the penalty box.
Nope.
Oh,
She
did
went
leave.
through the penalty box and left.
Yeah, 'cause I'm looking for her to go
Yep.
through that door. Yep. Okay.
Because the Lightning.
Yeah.
So the Lightning will kill a penalty. The original minor penalty. Yeah. And we're not going to hear anything. That will come up on our scoreboard here in a moment, and we'll verify exactly what was given out as Bourboom behind her own net. That's intercepted, almost brought in nicely by Tilma. Tilma applying the forecheck. Puck comes to Golnitz on the near side, and O'Donovan has to go back and pick it up as well. O'Donovan tries to turn away from the Callie Reed forecheck. Yeah, that's about as big of an altercation as I've ever seen in a girls' hockey game.
Yeah, when you
Kennedy says that was insane.
It was. When you started to say something about what was going on behind the play, when I looked over there, Ashley Mills had the Jordan Trombley down, and she was corralling her on the ice.
She was. 1 minute left in the Forest Lake power play. As Golnitz leaves it for Parent. Parent down low again, gets past Golnitz and goes to the far side. Brooke Remington, who has 4 points on 5 Forest Lake goals, as they look for the backside tip in, and a nice defensive job by Mercury Bischoff, and then she's able to get to the puck and backhand it down the ice. Nice job both sides. Tied up the defenseman and then got the puck all the way down.
She's a very skilled player.
Little saucer pass is blocked before it gets out front. Clearing attempt. Out to center. Here comes Vekic. Vekic's shot hits a stick and goes out of play. So Jordan Tremblay gets the roughing minor. That's the 2-minute minor that we have here at the 2:37 mark. And that's being served by number 25, Grace Zvigny. And I believe both Tremblay and Mills getting majors as well. And I believe in high school hockey that does a major penalty take you out for the next game as well?
You know, I'm not sure about high school rules. I know that in college for sure.
Both teams at full strength, but out front, shot goes just wide of the point. Lightning have killed the Forest Lake power play. They are back at full strength. Kept in at the point now by Nelson. Puck comes out to the high slot. Lightning can't get it out. Parent interskates, gets it back on the forehand shot. Beautiful pad save by Cole. Kick it into the corner. Now Tilma looking for Callie Reed coming out. Puck gets just past her. Reed. Also Molly Pierce trying to get it in, and then we'll finish out those penalties here in a moment. As a long shot, that's gloved by Cole, and she'll hold for a face-off. So also at the 2:37 mark, Mills and Jordan Tremblay get roughing majors. They didn't call it fighting, they said roughing majors, and they are gone from the game.
Yeah, you know, that's rare to have happen. Something must have really set Ashley Mills off.
Well, it was a slashing or a roughing minor for Tremblay earlier, so that's probably what got Mills all cranked up. And now here's a 2-on-1 for the Lightning. Vekic, shot goes over top of the net. Looking for the roof. And shot it just over. Back to get it now is Mark, all the way back in her own zone. 5-0 Forest Lake, 10:58 to go, second period. Vekic down low behind her own net. Fights for it there with Rydell. And the puck gets out to center, slides past Elich, and down the ice we'll have an icing call on the Lightning.
You know, Claire Vekic has a really nice shot, and that's the second time she's come down and she's tried to pick her corner and just shot it over the net. You know, that's huge. If Grand Rapids gets, you know, just gets a break and gets those 2 goals, you know, because she's a sniper shooter, and you know, to get free like that and be able to shoot.
Has 15 goals on the season. She doesn't miss all the time, obviously. Long shot, that doesn't get through, blocked by Kelly Reed. Behind the net. Back to the point to Golnitz. Golnitz. Face-off circle to Parent. That shot hits a skate and goes wide. Down low. Rangers still putting on pressure. Parent down below the goal line. Now back to the point to Golnitz. Golnitz goes far side. Slap shot saved by Cole, and she'll hold on for a face-off.
You know, Forest Lake cycles the puck really good, and Golnitz gets the puck on the blue line, number 26, and she's so smart with it. You know, she's looking for the open player, but she'll also take the shot if she gets advantage of it.
Parent to take the draw against Claire Vekic. Forest Lake wins that draw. Here's Golnitz. Golnitz tries to work her way in. Goes to the far side. Saved by Cole. Save on the rebound, but not a save on the third rebound. And it is 6-0 in favor of Forest Lake.
You know, that's tough. The goalie can do nothing about that. The puck went back and forth. She made the initial save.
And even made a save on a rebound.
Yes.
And she couldn't corral the second rebound, and I believe that was the defenseman Golnitz sneaking in on that side. We'll take a look at the official scoring. No, it'll be Rydell getting the goal, number 6, not 26. And it's a 6-0 Forest Lake lead. Now a chance for the Lightning, as driving in was Bischoff, unable to get the shot past Gaynor. Out to center ice comes Rydell. Rydell shoots it in. Parent goes after it, and we'll have a whistle. We got an interference call coming up against the Lightning. So Forest Lake leading 6-0, and power play coming as well. This one will go against Hannah Mark.
You know, that's what Forest Lake's creating right now, is getting ahead of stuff, and Grand Rapids is forced to, stop and take some of these penalties.
The calls go to against the team that doesn't have their legs moving every time.
Yes, you are so right on that.
Out front, shot goes just wide as Brooke Remington looking for another goal. And now it's backhanded down the ice. That's stopped by Gaynor. Leaves it there, and coming up quickly is Nelson. Nelson, shot saved by Cole. Now Parent at the point. Gets a return pass, then falls down at the half wall. And Caden Broking able to get to the puck and shoot it deep into the Forest Lake zone. 1:15 left in the power play, 8:39 left in the period. And we have an offside call now against Forest Lake, and the faceoff will come outside the zone. No, we have a tripping call. Sorry, thought it was offside. Instead, the Rangers captain Sydney Rydell goes for tripping, and we'll even it up at 4 apiece for a minute 8.
You know, the one thing I noticed right there was watching certain players from Forest Lake. They transition so well through the middle. It just keeps Grand Rapids off guard.
Face off to the left of goaltender Line Gaynor. Puck comes back to the point, kept in by Bischoff. Jazzy Bischoff playing the point. We're 4-on-4 hockey right now as the puck deflected on net. Gaynor with the save there, and it's out to center ice. Elich has to go back for it. Elich tries to turn around Mercury Bischoff. Back in her own zone is Peterson. Peterson for the Rangers with the long pass ahead. Dragging the puck in, Remington, centering pass. Nice job of back checking by Bischoff to keep that from happening. Now the puck back outside the zone. Parent goes far side, gets a return pass, has Remington driving for the net. Parent behind the net, out front. Nice job by Vekic. Then a puck laying in the faceoff circle, shot wide of the net. Comes back to the point to Peterson. Puck still in the Lightning zone. 11 seconds left in 4-on-4. And then we'll have a 52-second Lightning power play. Parent comes out front. Shot saved by Cole. And now the Lightning back at full strength as Mark gets out on the ice. Lightning make full changes as they have an abbreviated power play coming up. Puck slides down the ice. How can that face-off will be at center ice? Forest Lake shorthanded. They can't ice the puck.
No.
Referee lost track of that.
Yes, definitely.
Blew the whistle, so we'll have a face-off at center ice on the inadvertent whistle.
You know, I was talking about that icing thing. I was watching in youth hockey that they don't have icing no more.
Really?
No, they don't. And
when do they bring that on? Do you know?
I think last year was the first year of it.
Well, no. What? Like as you get into bantams, I know you do. What do you know? What level of hockey they bring it back out for the rule?
I would think, you know what, the Bantams last year, they had it where there was no icing. The Bantam
Really?
Bs anyways. I don't know about the Bantam AA and the
really?
A's. But, yeah, I was watching. They say it speeds the game up.
Yeah, I don't know about that. As Tilma flips it toward the net. That's turned away by Gaynor. 6:53 to go. Short Lightning power play. As they trail 6-0 here to Forest Lake. Golnitz tries to stick handle around Reed. Reed, nice defensive job. Now Broking puts it behind the net. Move it ahead. And now Forest Lake back at full strength. Puck still in the Lightning zone as it squirts free. Bischoff. Mercury Bischoff turns. Moves the puck ahead. But back quickly comes Forest Lake. Golnitz looks backside for Borboom, and that goes off her stick and wide. And the puck shot down the ice. We will have an icing call here.
You know, if Forest Lake was to connect on all their backdoor passes, I can't believe.
It could be 12-0, right?
It's amazing how they really use that play.
And they have looked and looked and looked for that. Off the faceoff, puck comes back to the point. Kept in nicely on the backhand by Nelson. There you go. You want that backdoor play. There it was again.
Man.
And what a beautiful save by Cole. Keeps it out.
You know, right now, Cole is keeping this game. It's still at 6-0. But she's made some really spectacular saves.
Borboom taking the draw against Reed. Reed wins that cleanly. Chucks it behind her own net. Puck comes out to center as Pierce can't control it. And we're going to have a whistle and an interference call this time on Forest Lake. And I think right now with the score a bit out of hand at 6-0, and already the one little altercation that caused a couple game ejections, I think the referees are of an opinion to call every penalty right now.
Yes. You know,
kind of keep it under control, keep a lid on it.
It must be different for girls hockey. The 6-0 lead, in boys hockey, I think that goes to running time at that point.
In the third.
In the third period.
In the third. It'll be running time in the third if this doesn't change.
I didn't catch the number of that penalty.
And that will be, no, it's not up there yet. I did not catch the number either. It was an interference call on the far side. And head coach Todd Gutterman getting a rather lengthy explanation from the referees here.
You know, whoever's in the penalty box with Forest Lake, the referee come over and was giving her a talking to as she was in the penalty box. I think that interference was they're probably talking about, quit not to take those kind of checks and watch that a little bit.
Yep. And the faceoff will be to Gaynor's left. As Forest Lake able to get the puck and shoot it down the ice. Kaiser Reed has to go back to get it. Now Broking gets it out to center. Golnitz finds it there, goes in 1-on-3, and shoots it in on Cole. Courtney Peterson getting that call. Number 20. As the puck deflects into the Forest Lake players' bench. Well, if you talk loud enough, talking to Kennedy, our camera operator, if you talk loud enough, it will be picked up on Eric's microphone and hear what you say. Oh. Okay? Off the face-off just outside the Lightning blue line. Forest Lake takes over in their own zone. With 5:06 to go here in the second. 1:15 left in a Lightning power play as Forest Lake leading by a score of 6-0. Broking gets it to Tilma, as Tilma with some speed and has Bischoff breaking in, shot right on, and Gaynor clears that to the side. Back to the point to Broking. She'll backhand it to the half wall to Tilma. Tilma back to Broking. Shot from Jazzy Bischoff doesn't get all the way through. Mercury to Jazzy. The cousin connection as Bischoff taken off her feet. And this is not only a big and fast Forest Lake team, it's a very physical team as Bischoff was checked pretty good into the boards. See, I think you count that as a hit in boys hockey, don't you, Eric?
I think so. I think you're completely right on that.
As Bischoff gets it to the far side. Tilma back to the point. Broking puts it on net, and that's sticked away by Gaynor, and it's into the netting. But good puck control, that power play shift by the Lightning, and they get a couple shots on net, but unable to put it in the back of the net.
You know, and that was a nice play by Broken because she seen Claire Vekic in the slot area, and I think she went more of a tip because she kept it on the ice, and she threw it right at Claire.
Face-off will come to Gaynor's left. Pierce will take the draw, get it back to the point, kept in by Mark. Now Elage puts it down low, going after it Pierce. Puck rebounds to Mark at the point. Mark puts it along the boards, but it bounces to Rydell, who shoots it all the way down the ice. Cole goes for the long breakaway pass as the penalty ends. It's a pretty good shot from a goaltender.
Yes, it was.
Looked up, and the puck was still above the board level as it came past the blue line with a little bit of zip on it.
Well, I tell you what, a lot of goalies can shoot that puck.
Slap shot goes wide. Puck at the boards, tipped out to center. Will not go far enough for, oh yes, they say it does go far enough for icing.
You know, talking about goalies that can do that, Martin Brodeur, I believe he has 2 goals in professional hockey.
There you go.
As a goalie.
Remember Ron Hextall scoring 1. And who was it? Patrick Rene just did last week.
Yep. You know, they look for that opportunity, though. You know, they're waiting, and they practice that stuff.
They do. Absolutely. Puck to the point, kept in there by Ellen Nelson. Puck bounces toward the high slot. Lightning look to get it out. Vekic tries to stick handle through a couple defensemen. Taken off her stick by Borboom. And we're going to have a tripping call on Forest Lake. Lightning out to center as Bischoff shoots it in deep and going back to touch it. And we'll have the whistle, and the Lightning will get another power play here with 2:40 left in the second period. And Forest Lake leading 6-0. Shots on goal officially 25-12 in favor of Forest Lake.
You know, Claire Vekic she's such an outstanding player herself, but she seems to be really bottled up in this game. Forest Lake, you know, they're right on her.
Face-off won by the Lightning. Comes back to Jazzy Bischoff. Centering pass. That'll deflect out to the point to Mark. Comes to Jazzy Bischoff. Goes down low for Reed. Reed tries to turn. Will keep possession of it behind the Forest Lake net. Moves it to Elage. Elage back to the point to Mark. Mark comes to Bischoff. That shot, almost deflected in by the Forest Lake defenseman tried to glove it, and it hit off the fingers of the glove and almost deflected past Gaynor.
You know, and that's the Grand Rapids needs. They get a goal here, maybe that'll spark something, get a few back in here, you know. They're playing a tremendous team, so, you know, just to get anything in that net is just a bonus for them.
To the point, Broking, her shot deflected wide and comes back to the point. Broking keeps it in at the half wall. Now back to Broking as they play catch. 2:02 left in the period. Shot right on, and Gaynor makes the save. Does not give up a rebound with Bischoff right there looking for it. Face up. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, we'll think more sponsors here. We'll think Lake Country Furniture, Pregame Milan Sport, and the Grand Rapids Clinic and Hospital.
Off the face-off, puck bounces in front. Broking now pinches in, keeps it in the corner. Puck slides around. Kaiser Reed gets it to Mercury Bischoff. Now Vekic. Vekic turns down low. Backhands it to Tilma. Tilma able to get it back to Broking. Broking, her shot turned away with the stick of Gaynor. It'll come back to the point on the backhand to Broking. Her backhand blocked, and it comes outside the zone. Now Reed. Kaiser Reed gains the zone, but offside on the far side, and we'll have a face-off outside the Lightning blue line. 6-0 Forest Lake. 1:18 left in the second period.
You know, Forest Lake, when they're winning a lot of face-offs, but Grand Rapids is playing well. Like Broken getting the puck there, and all she's doing is trying to throw it up front onto the net, maybe get that tip, because we're still high in the slot, and they're being held out of. Grand Rapids cannot get in the slot area.
And that is a result of a lot of senior defensemen that are fairly big and strong, rangy, and they're just not allowing anything right in front of the net.
No, they're not. And, you know, and they're not scared to get that puck and skate it up past their forward because they have control of it.
So Grand Rapids Greenway taking a timeout. The faceoff will be just outside the Lightning blue line when we resume play after the offside. 6-0 Forest Lake. We're late in the second period, and for the Lightning, in all honesty, a much better period this period than last period, as the Lightning gave up 5 goals in the first. They've just given up 1 here in the second, and they've had several decent scoring chances.
They sure have, and you know, Grand Rapids, they're skating a little bit harder. They're taking a few more chances, like I had talked about. And, you know, and Forest Lake got a couple of them goals early in the period by just crashing the net early in the game. And you know, Grand Rapids has come out, I mean, for basically it's a 1-0 game this period. And so I think that Grand Rapids doing what needs to be done. Like I said, you know, just hold them, maybe chisel, get a couple goals, make this respectable.
And they've matched Forest Lake's physicality. I don't think Forest Lake has liked that.
No, I don't think so either.
They're a very physical team.
Well, it obviously showed earlier, and you know, the ejections in the game, but I really think that Grand Rapids is doing what they need to do, getting comfortable. Maybe, you know, they're not going to get inside like they want to, but they're still moving the puck well.
Face-off won by the Rangers as Reed has to retreat back into her own zone behind the net. Finds Broking. Broking will skate it out. Find Vekic. Vekic with some speed tries to stick handle around the defense, and that doesn't work and has not worked all evening. You just can't beat these defensemen one-on-one.
No, you can't. It's tough, and Claire's been she's been bottled up the whole entire game.
Behind the net to Reed. Reed puts on the brakes, has no time to make a decision, comes to the point. Golnitz keeps it in there. Puck squirts to the open wing, and Mercury Bischoff there. Final 35 seconds, both teams back at full strength. Shot from Tilma, gloved by Gaynor, and she'll hold on for the face-off.
You know, so far, you know, Grand Rapids, they've got 10 shots on goal, and I would have to say half of them shots have been quality shots. Claire coming down, she's been pushed to the outside, and she's had to take some shots from the face-off circles. So, you know, Forest Lake is so tough inside.
Puck behind the Forest Lake net as they look to come out to center, and here they come. Drop pass to Parent. Parent drives in. Her pass intercepted. Tipped out to center by Reed. Now Nelson in her own zone as Forest Lake gains the Lightning blue line, but an offside with 6 seconds left, and the faceoff will be outside the Lightning blue line.
You know, I said Grand Rapids has to take some chances, and I
They are.
noticed that last period they left Mercury Bischoff up at the blue line and trying to get that pass through there, and she's fast enough.
Off the faceoff, puck tied up at the blue line, and the buzzer sounds to end period number 2. A little more even period, but Forest Lake able to extend the lead by 1. It is 6-0 after 2 periods. You're listening to it on AM 1320 and FM 93.1 KOZY.
Grand Rapids Public Utilities asks you, please don't flush your disposable wipes. Sanitary sewer systems and treatment plants are not designed to handle wipes used for changing diapers, personal hygiene, and more. They cause problems when flushed down toilets. They gum up the plumbing system, clog pipes and pumps, and cost money in additional maintenance costs. Grand Rapids Public Utilities staff ask residents that use wipes to put them in the trash. Don't flush them. For more information, check out GRPUC's Facebook page. Grand Rapids Public Utilities, where service is their nature.
As we all know, Old Man Winter brings frigid temps and icy, snowy roads. So having a dependable vehicle with a great ABS system is very important. Let Automotive Electric's ASE certified professionals get your vehicle running at its best. They're a full-service automotive repair center that offers a complete range of services, from batteries to brakes, heaters to wipers, or head and tail lights to four-wheel drive systems. Shuttle service and loaner vehicles available. Call today. Automotive Electric, Highway 2 West, Grand Rapids.
At North and Bloom, we have flowers for every occasion, birthdays, holidays, and just because. At North and Bloom, we have pre-made arrangements ready to carry out, or we can make a custom arrangement just for you. We also have fun gifts like our candle line that is made right in the Midwest with bee and soy waxes. There's a little something for every occasion. Find us on Facebook or stop in today. North and Bloom, downtown Grand Rapids.
Clafton Skate and Sporting Goods has you covered for the hockey and skating season. You can now lease new and reconditioned skates from beginner to pro. Clafton's offers figure skates from Rydell. You will also find a huge selection of hockey sticks and brands like Bauer, CCM, Under Armour, and more. Check out their website for fall and winter hours at claftons.com. Located across from ICC Grand Rapids, Clafton Skate and Sporting Goods, they're more than just hockey. 6-0 Forest Lake after 2 periods of play. Only 1-0 in that second period, just 1 goal scored, but a few penalties called, Eric.
Yeah, there were 7 penalties in that period, and two players got ejected from the game.
Exactly.
But, you know, I give Grand Rapids credit. They came out and they really, they started out the period right away. They had that rush right off the get-go. They were skating, you know, a lot harder in that period. But it's tough to match this Forest Lake team. They got, they got a couple 6-foot-tall girls on this team. The defensemen, all of the defensemen, they're quality players. They bottled up a lot of the Grand Rapids skaters, and they shut a lot of things down between the red and the blue line. It's amazing that this team, I see why they're number 2 in the state. They are very, very, and their passes are good. That back door, you don't see that often, you know.
No,
not even in boys hockey, as much as Forest Lake has tried to do that today.
And that's what happens when you have such skilled defensemen. You're going to give them the opportunity to sneak in on the weak side and get that backdoor pass.
No, I used to think when I played I could sneak in like that, but I'm not much of a sneaker.
You're not much of a... I never was very good at sneaking either. I was always caught. We'll take another break, come back to run down second period statistics. It's 6-0 Forest Lake after 2. You're listening to it on AM 1320 and FM 93.1 KOZY.
Brookstone Manor sits between 2 churches on a tree-lined street nestled in a well-established family neighborhood in Grand Rapids. Grand Rapids' premier senior living community has decades of experience providing engaging social, recreational, and educational experiences for today's active seniors. Whether it's the baking and grilling clubs, regular outings, scheduled worship services, meals made from scratch, or Brookstone's caring staff, Brookstone Manor Senior Living is a Partners Senior Living option.
Get the world's most powerful Wi-Fi, Wi-Fi 6, with GigaZone Blast Wi-Fi from Paul Bunyan Communications. GigaZone Blast Wi-Fi is the only Wi-Fi 6 in the region, and with the internet speed and coverage it provides, it's the world's most powerful Wi-Fi. The best part, it's only $5 a month, and all new GigaZone customers can get GigaZone Blast Wi-Fi free for the first 6 months. Get the world's most powerful Wi-Fi, Wi-Fi 6, with GigaZone Blast Wi-Fi from Paul Bunyan Communications. Service availability depends upon location. Some restrictions may apply.
Hi, this is James, owner of Caverly Computing, with today's Tech Talk. Do you have too many passwords to remember? If you're like me, remembering your passwords isn't really an option. That is where password managers can help you. Not only do they remember your passwords for you, but they can type them in for you, even on your mobile device, whether in the browser or in your apps. Call us at 301-1460 to learn more. This is James from Caverly Computing with today's Tech Talk.
Super One Foods is ready for a new year with the same great quality, fresh products and service. On sale this week, New York strip steak, $6.96 a pound, and boneless, skinless, fresh chicken breast, $1.66 a pound family pack. No meal is complete without your greens. Pick up Fresh Express baby spinach, leafy green romaine, or other salad blends, 11-ounce bag, $1.99. Or maybe you're wanting to serve a fruit salad, 6-ounce raspberries, blackberries, or blueberries, 2 for $5. Super One Foods, proud to be a part of your community. 6-0 Forest Lake after 2 periods of play, and I won't blame you if you don't run down all the penalties, Eric, but run down what you got for the second period.
We had 1 goal scored that by Forest Lake at the 8:20 mark. They gave it to number 24, Sydney Schmidt, with an assist going to Bria Parent. And then, on penalties that period,
there were a lot of them.
8 penalties with 2 ejections, and I don't think I was expecting to see that by any means walking in the arena today. And a lot of the penalties have been, an interference, a trip, the roughing, the slashes, trips. I was looking at the game from last night against Elk River, and I noticed some of the penalties were taken were slashes, roughing.
Last night was a very physical game as well. I think the referees were letting a lot more go last night, and some of that was because it was a 0-0 game. They didn't want to decide the game. Here, everything's going to get called with a 6-0 score.
No, I agree on that too. And then, kind of showed that one of the penalties that Forest Lake had got, the referee had come over. It was an interference penalty, and he came over and had talked to the girl that was in the penalty box. And I think they're trying to just slow the game down. They don't want no one getting hurt. Those unnecessary interference calls, you're just taking somebody out.
Yep.
It's tough, and you don't need that in the game right now.
So, according to Marv, 11-10 shots on goal. So you do see that there was certainly Grand Rapids was matching the speed better that period.
Yeah, they were. Right from the get-go, they come out. And they, like I said, they're taking a couple chances, leaving a couple wingers up higher. The defensemen are taking more chances and, coming up the boards and getting the puck out of the zone, where in the first period they were relying on a pass. So
Yes.
I think the defensemen carrying the puck up and getting over the blue line has been a big help for Grand Rapids. I still say that, get a couple goals here and just make it respectable. And I think Grand Rapids comes out of this, playing the number 1 team, or number 2 team in the state. It gives them a little bit of confidence that they didn't get the shutout, and so,
come out and win the period if you're
right.
Grand Rapids.
Yes.
I agree with that. Face-offs, according to Marv, 14 won and 11 lost for 56%. Shot attempts, 14 and 12. And blocks, 2 for Grand Rapids and 3 for Forest Lake. So the Lightning actually having more shot attempts that period than Forest Lake, and that goes to getting the puck in the zone a little more. Having a few power plays helped that as well. But the Lightning certainly a better job of matching Forest Lake's speed that period.
You're right, and I believe that Grand Rapids had more shot attempts because the puck was in the Forest Lake zone more than it was in the Grand Rapids zone, and it showed on Claire is very fast. Vekic is very fast, and she came down and she couldn't get inside. So she had to take those shots from the face-off circle, and both of them were over the net. But I think that Grand Rapids just needs to keep throwing the puck at the net they're looking for that tip because they can't get inside, and that's a smart play to do. These girls, if they can get that tip, get a couple goals.
We'll take one more break, come back with third period action, 6-0 Forest Lake after 2, and you're listening to it on 1320 and 93.1 KOZY. The crew at Lakes Gas in Grand Rapids are your propane professionals, from residential to commercial to large bulk tanks. Lakes Gas is your dedicated professional propane supplier. They make propane service simple and customer-friendly with automatic scheduled propane deliveries and online payments. They also offer assistance after hours and on weekends for urgent deliveries. Lakes Gas has been serving the area since 1959, keeping families warm and businesses running with reliable propane service. Located on Highway 169 East Grand Rapids and online at lakesgasco.com.
My name is Scott Drumbeater.
My name is Nancy Drumbeater.
We are the owners of Scooter Septic Service in Cohasset, Minnesota. We've had our business for 25 years. We thaw sewer lines, water lines, rooter lines. We pump septics and dry wells, and commercially, residential, the whole works.
How long have you been customers of the Woodland Bank?
For over 25 years now. It's convenient.
I would say if you want great advice and, good people to deal with, as far as all the advice that goes with purchasing a business, and I would recommend Kurt or Dave. Personal loan, same thing. I would recommend Woodland. Well, you're treated more like family when you go there instead of you're a name, not a number. And the guys are awful good to us. Everybody, tellers, everybody.
Woodland Bank, member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
That's the Woodland way.
A year at S&S Meats in Grand Rapids. Happy New Year.
What a beautiful prime rib.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Honey, you shouldn't have. Look at that New York strip.
For Easter.
Mom, is the ham ready?
Memorial Day.
Pass me some jerky and cheese curds. Let's go fishing.
4th of July.
Throw some more jumbo shrimp on the Barbie.
Labor Day.
Need some more brats here.
Thanksgiving.
Honey, the smoked turkey makes the meal.
Christmas.
Did you get a meat bundle for Dad? He'll love it.
Anytime is a great time to shop S&S Meats. Highway 2 West, Grand Rapids.
Back once again at the IRA Civic Center. Forest Lake back out on the ice. They're wasting no time. I guess you're up 6-0. You got no worries, right?
No, they look very relaxed. They come out, the last period, Grand Rapids started well, but I think with, having that 5-0 lead when they come in there too, that changes a lot of their attitude. They can come out and, they didn't take a lot of chances like I thought with that kind of lead. They were kind of, they just stick to their game, play,
right.
The right game, and that's a really, really big thing. Because so many teams can get that lead and change the whole style of the game, lay back a little bit, but they didn't. I think Grand Rapids kind of controlled the second period a little bit. Forest Lake is, ultimately they're a bigger team. I think they're a little bit faster, but
yeah, certainly bigger and stronger. Grand Rapids a lot of team speed, but they just haven't been able to use it tonight.
No, and I think that has a lot to do with the reach and the size of these defensemen and even the wings,
Yep.
In the center ice battles, there's been, it's been a lot of, the lost puck and the control and off knee pads and, back and forth, and the puck luck just really hasn't gone Grand Rapids' way on a few of these plays.
Well, and every coach will say the key, in defense, taking away time and space from the other team in the neutral zone, and Forest Lake has just been flawless on that all afternoon.
They really have. It seems to me like there's always an open player. A few times I've counted to make sure there wasn't 6 people out on the ice because it just seems like the way there's always an open player going on there.
And for, Claire Vekich, you mentioned how she's been bottled up. At times she's had speed through center ice, and then all of that space just melts away, and that reach and skill of the mobile defensemen that Forest Lake have, starting with Golnitz, but it doesn't end with her.
No,
there's a lot of them out there.
You'd mentioned earlier that she came from playing with the United States team.
Yeah, the U18 national team.
And, I've watched these other defensemen. They're, and she's only 11th grader.
I know it.
And, and then they got 12 seniors on this team, returning seniors. So I think there's it's a lot to say for the other defensemen. They're holding their own and playing quite well.
So here we go. Unless the score changes in the Lightning favor, we will have a running time third period here. So 17 minutes on the clock, a 6-0 lead for Forest Lake. And I think the referee is over making sure.
You know, and the running time thing, it makes sense because it keeps a team, if they were playing regular time, a team could get another 10 goals. And so it saves a little face of not having that 10 goals where they lose 16-0 or something like,
And I've certainly seen games where that's been very appropriate. This game does seem a little more competitive than that. You know, Rapids had matched the intensity, only got outshot by 1 in the second period. But you got to put the limit somewhere, and I guess it's 6.
No, you're right. And, and like I said earlier, Forest Lake, they come out with firepower in the first period. I mean, they got goals. There was, the first and second goal were 15 seconds apart from each other. So, and they got, they crashed the net right away, and they've actually changed from crashing the net a little bit. And I think Grand Rapids is, they've stepped up and they've created, some situations where they bottled up some of the Forest Lake people to get inside and crash in the net.
So here we go. The linesman checks with the goal judges, says we're ready to go. And Reed taking the draw, and it's won by Forest Lake. In the defensive zone, Mark's pass is picked off. Long shot right on off the stick of Aaron Brown. And Mackenzie Cole, who's played in net this game for the Lightning, makes a save and holds on for the faceoff.
We got a little break here. We'll think a couple sponsors. We'll go with the First National Bank of Coleraine.
Face-off one back to Golnitz. Golnitz goes cross ice for Brown, taken off her stick and put out to center. And running time has been announced, and we've seen that already as chasing the puck in is Stanius. Katie Stanius puts it in deep into the Lightning zone. Fighting for it there as well as Bruce. Now Golnitz pinches in, puts it in front of the net. Cole gets a stick on that and pinches it out. Reed can't get to it in time, kept in for a bit, and now Golnitz can't keep it in, and it comes out to center. Forest Lake turning as Borboom leaves it in deep, puck out front. That's sticked away by Cole. Comes to the circle as Courtney Peterson holds it in. Now the Lightning will get it out to center as Vekic runs into a little roadblock along the boards. Vekic will try the near boards this time. Will get it past one defenseman and get it toward the net. It's a stick to side.
That's exactly what I was talking about. How Claire gets she's got speed, she gets in there, and the defensemen are just getting in her way.
Now here's Broking. No one with her as everyone heading to the bench and making changes. And the puck shot down the ice will have an icing call on Forest Lake, and the faceoff will come back in the Forest Lake zone. 14:42 and counting here in period 3. Forest Lake leading 6-0.
We'll take some more time to thank some of our sponsors. We'll thank the Floor to Ceiling, Towery Computing, Hibbing Chrysler Center, CarQuest Auto Parts, and Computer Enterprises.
Face off to the left of goaltender Elaine Gaynor. Won by the Rangers. Brown out to center ice. That's intercepted by Hannah Mark. Turns at her own blue line. Tries to create a little space. Her pass goes off the skates of Parent, and they'll try it again on the far side. And this time taken over by Zowen. Zowen leaves it back for Bateman in her own zone. Puck comes to the near side. Bateman again. This time goes off the skates of Pierce. Illich can't control it. And now a partial breakaway coming for Forest Lake. And the shot and the goal, making it 7-0.
That was just pure speed. believe that was that number 26.
No, it was not 26.
It was not.
I'm going 29, Bateman. Genere Bateman.
Very fast.
Or number 28, Lillian Wallachek. It is Wallachek. As Parent, a backhand shot, and Mackenzie Cole makes the save on that. Again, that was one of those with the bottom of the jersey tucked in. I couldn't see 28 or 29.
No, the shirt was tucked in, and
yep.
you know.
I just know that Golnitz doesn't tuck her jersey in, so I can see her number.
There you go. Yeah, that's a good thing.
As the puck slides toward the net, see there's Golnitz on the right defense now. You take a look. You can read her number.
Yep.
It was Wallachek with the goal, number 28. As the puck in the Lightning zone, squirts out in front. It's a 7-0 lead right now for Forest Lake, as the icing call will bring the faceoff back into the Lightning zone.
You know, and last night I seen that Forest Lake could beat Duluth 12-0. So
and you can see how.
Yes, definitely.
Vekic wins the draw. Behind the net goes Bischoff, Jazzy Bischoff to the far side. Tilma can't move it out, or Elich rather, not moving it out. Tries again. This time Mercury Bischoff will get it out to center. Back to get it is Golnitz. Golnitz off the boards. Puck in the Lightning zone, trying to move it out. Vekic digs for it. Will finally get it down the ice, has a little bit of room, stick handles in, on her backhand, that's sticked away, tries to go back to the point, and it comes outside the zone. Now Reed, her dump in, knocked away by Rydell. Mercury Bischoff this time will get it deep, and the Lightning make some changes. 7-0, Forest Lake in the lead. Stick handling through center is Nelson. Delayed offside, and the Rangers don't touch the puck, leave it go, as Tilma gets through center. Long shot goes wide by Reed. Reed follows up, looks for the centering pass. Now Kaiser Reed, shot right on, comes off the glove of Gaynor, and cleared to the side. Back to the point, Broking cranks up a one-timer that goes just wide. Puck still in the Forest Lake zone. Comes out to center. Reed back to get it. Reed in her own zone. Kaiser Reed goes to her D partner. Comes outside the zone. Now Broking just dumps it outside the zone where Montefiore puts it back into the Lightning zone, and an offside call. Faceoff will come outside the Lightning blue line. 10-12 and counting in a running time third. 7-0 Forest Lake.
You know, that's why I talked about earlier about how Claire Vekic has nice speed and she gets the puck through, but the Forest Lake defender on that last play, they forced her to the outside to use the backhand.
Face-off pulled back into the Lightning zone. Mark tries to backhand it to her defensive partner. That's intercepted. Puck comes to the slot. Shot. Whoa, that's a great save by Cole, and it's a great save by Cole because that's a puck on edge, and you just cannot get a read on it as a goalie.
No. A lot of times you see that puck on edge turns into a knuckleball.
And it was a bit of a knuckleball, but Cole stuck with it and knocked it down, got the face-off. Puck in the Lightning zone, shot around behind the net. Kept in at the blue line by Montefiore, goes to the far wing as Elich will get it out to center. Bischoff follows up, puts on the brakes in the corner. She's bothered by a couple Forest Lake defensemen, and guess what? They clear it out to center. Like clockwork. Puck shot back deep into the zone. We're going to have an icing call on the Lightning. Faceoff will come all the way back in the Lightning zone. 8:55 and counting.
Well, with this running time going, we're going to thank a few more sponsors. We'll thank the Woodland Bank, Brookstone Manor, Ford of Hibbing, Minnesota Timber and Millwork, and Clafton Skate.
Actually, they referee linesmen disagree on the icing, so they put it at center ice. on the inadvertent whistle. As the Rangers take over, here's Brea Parent at the net. Dan Cole makes the save and holds on. So the goal here in the third period, they give it to Wallachek unassisted. 8:08 to go. Ooh. Shot hits Parent in the back of the leg. They'll have to, she'll have to, Brooke Remington will have to buy her a meal or something on the way home. That hurt.
You know,
teammate stung her.
I've been hit there, and it does, you know, and these girls, they shoot the puck hard. I was watching them warm-ups earlier because you had mentioned about their slap shots, and I was like, some of these girls, they're shooting bullets.
Now, the shin pads of today wrap around the back of the leg a lot better than yours and mine used to.
Yes.
Centering pass from Pierce. That's blocked by Golnitz. And quickly out to center is Parent. Parent goes around one defense. Slides it on the backside. Cole makes a save, I think, with her goalie cage.
I think so.
That did not sound like blocker. Got her up high. That'll shake you up a little bit too. What a nice job by Parent as a shot right off. And Cole makes another save.
Ooh.
And we're going to get a slashing call.
And they called that, she must have slashed the goalie right there. Or else it was beforehand, and I didn't see it.
Parent, yeah, I think you're exactly right. I think she slashed at goaltender Mackenzie Cole as she went by. So the Lightning get another power play as they have a chance to break this shutout, trailing 7-0 here in a running time third. Face-off will be to Gaynor's left. Puck comes back to the point, gets past Reed. Reed retreats, shoots it in. And now the puck shot down the ice. Reed able to stop it at center ice. And a shot right on, save. Got it figured out there, Kennedy?
Trying to.
Okay. As Broking shot right on, and Gaynor makes the save. And the one to adjust up and down is this one. There you go. As now we got it. You'll never wonder again. Face-off will be to the left of goaltender Lang Gaynor. Face-off won by the Lightning. Back to the point to Broking. Broking shot. Tip goes through right on, and Gaynor makes the save. Kept in by Reed with her skate. Reed waits for Broking to get back in the zone. Gives it to her. Out front to Vekic, and Vekic that time tries to beat Gaynor low, and Gaynor makes a nice save and holds on.
You know, that's one of the rare plays Grand Rapids was inside. Claire Vekic was right there, and Gaynor made a very, very nice save.
Face-off will be to Gaynor's right. 34 seconds in the power play. Under 5 to go now in the period. 7-0 Forest Lake. Bischoff comes back to Broking, and then her pass over to Reed gets outside the zone. Puck right in front of the players' bench as Tilma puts it deep into the Forest Lake zone. Puck up the half wall. And comes out to center ice. Broking smacks it back into the Forest Lake zone. Forest Lake penalty has expired, so both teams back at full strength. Puck slides down the ice. They'll say icing and bring the face-off back into the Forest Lake zone. Face-off will be to the left of goaltender Aline Grainer.
We'll thank a couple more sponsors here. We'll thank North and Bloom, Paul Bunyan Communication, the Grand Rapids State Bank, and Range Bottle Gas.
Off the face-off, puck goes to the half wall. It'll come out to center ice. Trying to keep it in was Roloff. Can't quite do it. Lightning have to clear the zone. They will. And now with speed through center ice into the Grand Rapids zone comes Montefiore. She'll leave it for Rydell. Lightning take over there as Mark comes charging out to center. Tries to squeeze by on the boards. You're just not going to squeeze by any Forest Lake player on the boards. I don't care if it's a forward or a defense. Puck shot back into the Forest Lake zone with 3:19 to go. Forest Lake leading 7-0 as the puck comes out to center ice. Borboom goes far side and pinching back in. Shooting it deep is Pierce. Reed, Callie Reed. In the corner, turns, looks for a centering pass. Borboom comes in, applies puck pressure. Back to the point to Reed. Reed goes far side to Broking. Long shot, tipped just wide. Tilma again. Cycles it down low. Behind the net, Pierce gives chase, can't get to it as Forest Lake gets it out to center. Lightning come back in. Shot from Pierce and an glove save by Gaynor, and she makes that glove save look pretty easy.
Yes, definitely. You know what? That was one of the better shots for Grand Rapids today. She picked that upper corner, and Gaynor made a really nice save on that. You know, quick glove.
2:20 in, counting. 7-0 Forest Lake as they've dominated from the get-go, especially the first period, scoring 5 goals, and the Lightning have never been able to get uncracked after that. Out front goes off the skate of Emma Brust. At the half wall, Vekic tries to move it ahead. Now she'll get a return pass on the backhand. Tries a backhand pass to Illich on the far side. That doesn't connect. And chasing it back into her own zone is Golnitz. Golnitz goes far side. Brust is pulled down. No call there as Bischoff grabs the puck, taps it ahead, and Golnitz back to get it in her own zone. Plays it around the forecheck of Illich. Bischoff trying to get it down low. Puck comes up the half wall and out to center ice come the Rangers. Backhand pass, shot right on, and the save made off the stick of Ellen Nelson as we head to the final minute of this hockey game in a dominating Forest Lake win at 7-0.
You know, one player for Grand Rapids had a tremendous game, and Hayden Broking. She played a great game. I mean, defensively, offensively, she's done everything she needed to do.
By Tilma. She can't get it out. 33 seconds left. Puck still in the Lightning zone. Out front. Shot doesn't get through. Backhanded to center. And now with some room, here comes Tilma. Works in against Peterson. Tries to squeeze along the boards. Guess what? There's no room there.
There is no room.
And hasn't been. 10 seconds left as the puck comes out to center. Shot back into the Forest Lake zone. And that will just about do it. 5-1 as this game comes to an end. A dominating Forest Lake win as they take down the Lightning by a score of. They take down the Lightning by a score of 7-0. We'll take a break, come back to wrap it up. You're listening to Lightning Hockey on 1320 93.1 KOZY.
John Riley here with Riley Companies, the family you've known for over a century, working in and caring for our great North Woods. We're proud to introduce Minnesota Timber and Millwork, which provides natural, native timbers and millwork direct to homeowners, businesses, builders, and fine woodworkers. We offer thousands of products made by hand every time, and we specialize in authentic white pine shiplap, like you've seen on TV, but better. Follow exciting stories from the woods, mills, and building sites of northern Minnesota at mntimber.com.
It's the year's hottest stag pool party.
Put your hands up!
Where? Some poor guy's backyard. I know these guys are literally animals, but this is getting out of hand.
Oh, that's expensive.
Covered it. October 27th, 2014. Talk to farmers. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Underwritten by Farmers Truck Fire Insurance Exchanges and Affiliates. Products not available in every state.
Your local Farmers Insurance agents are Bob and Adam Peterson. Call them at 326-5757.
Looking for a healthy and affordable lunch option? That's exactly what you'll find at the 17th Street Grill, located at the Timberlake Lodge. Monday through Saturday, the 17th Street Grill features a daily lunch special, as well as an all-you-can-eat soup and salad bar for only $12. And don't forget to sign up for our Lunch Rewards program, and your 11th lunch is free. Casual and relaxing, the 17th Street Grill, where you will find something for everyone.
Nothing is more frustrating than getting into a project and realizing that you don't have the tools or supplies to finish the job. Hi, I'm Bob Kurtz with Minnesota Wild. Cole Hardware in Grand Rapids makes all of your home improvement and maintenance projects easier with a wide range of parts and tools to help you fix, build, or create just about anything. Cole's staff is always ready to help you find what you need. They say Cole's have it, and they do. Cole Hardware on the corner of Highways 169 and 2 in Grand Rapids.
You've got a lot more going for you with Hank Hardware Hank.
Oh, we're back here at the IRA Civic Center today. We're between the Grand Rapids Greenway Lightning taking on the Forest Lake Rangers, and Forest Lake wins the game at 7-0, which they started out the first period, a lot of firepower. They got 5 goals in that period, and they used it with speed, size, and crashing the net. And unfortunately, Grand Rapids was down 5-0 after the period, which there was a lot of nice, beautiful saves by the Grand Rapids goalie. And, you know, the biggest thing is I would see is Forest Lake just has so much size. They were bigger, faster. I believe Grand Rapids is fast, but Forest Lake, they had a lot of taller players and, you know, strong players, where I think that the biggest thing was that they just used their talent, and they're the rated number 2 team in the state. So I believe Grand Rapids give up 7 goals. They played a really good, you know, it was 5-0 after 1, and they, you know, I think the second period, Grand Rapids, it played them pretty evenly. In the third period, that was running time. Forest Lake got the 1 goal to make it 7-0, but Grand Rapids also played very well. There was I go down the scoring here in the first period. At the 3-minute mark, Forest Lake got on the board with Brooke Remington getting the goal. It was an unassisted goal for Forest Lake, and they turned around 15 seconds later, and Sydney Rydell, number 6 for Forest Lake, she got the goal with an assist going to Brooke Remington, and Forest Lake went up 3-0 at the 8:48 mark, with the goal going to number 5, Bria Parent, with the assist going to Brooke Parrington. And that was on the power play. And then they went up 4-0. It was scoring the goal with the 14:25 mark was number 18, Bailey O'Donovan, with an assist going to number 17, Jenna Zowen. To make it 5-0 in the first period. Number 27 at the 16:52 mark was Ashley Mills, with an assist going to Brooke Parrington, which that gave her 4th point of the first period. And then the second period, Forest Lake got on the board there, or scored their 6th goal at the 8:20 mark, with the goal going to Sydney Schmidt and the assist going to Bria Parent. And to make it 7-0 in the third period, it was number 28, Lillian Wallachek at the 3:43 mark, and that was an unassisted goal. So, and then there was a few penalties in the game. There was
just a few.
There was 11 penalties in the game, and 2 in the first, 8 in the second, and 1 in the third. And the second period was it was one of them ones where I'd never seen two women where they're ejected from the game. You know, something you don't expect to see. But the shots ended up 32-21. For Forest Lake, and you know, to get 21 shots for Grand Rapids, to be bottled up, not to get any shots really in the slot area, up close, taking those shots out. It was a really good effort for Grand Rapids the last 2 periods. I mean, they skated even, I'd say, in the second period and the third period. You know, it was running time, so you know they kind of run out of time.
And let's go. As you might expect, none of the girls quite ready to talk to me after that, but we do have a post-game interview here to wrap this up. Postgame interview, assistant coach Reed Larson. And Reed, one of those games that got away early, they just buried their chances early.
Yeah, they certainly did. Forest Lake's got a nice group of girls. They're high-end talent. They caught us on our heels a little bit. I think we got caught watching a little bit there in the first period.
And it looked like in the second period, you can match their speed. The shots on goal were a lot more even, but you just didn't get rewarded.
No, we didn't. The measuring stick for us in the section are looking at teams like Andover and Forest Lake. And if we want to be at a high level like that, we got to play like we did a little bit more in the second period. We didn't get rewarded. We didn't get one in the net, but we did get some high-end chances.
And as you look at this team, is there the horsepower, the talent to come and challenge teams like this as you come down the stretch?
Yeah, there is. We've got a nice group of girls that can match those kind of teams. We're young, but I think that we've got some skilled older girls that are experienced that can play against teams like that. I think we're going to be just fine.
And it was a game where they are very senior dominated, and the physicality kind of showed in that as well.
Yeah, you could see their veteran leadership on that squad for Forest Lake, and that definitely makes a difference with a locker room full of younger girls that we have, 7th, 8th, and 9th graders. We do have some upperclassmen too as well, but that does definitely shine out for a team like Forest Lake.
Well, I know it's back to practice. It's not all doom and gloom after a 7-0 loss, but you keep working at it, and good luck next week.
Yeah, appreciate it. We get to look forward to Hockey Day, and we're excited about that, and a great opportunity for our team. Thanks, Sheldon.
And that is Reed Larson on our post-game interview. And Reed, gracious enough to give a little time before he headed to the locker room, as the Lightning will be playing on Hockey Day in Minnesota, and then at Andover, the #1 team in the state right now, next Friday. And we will have that game for you right here on KOZY.
The one thing that he mentioned was the underclassmen for Grand Rapids. Your 7th, 8th, and 9th graders, a few upperclassmen, but Forest Lake came in with 12 returning seniors,
and it showed.
And it showed. It showed. Like the one thing you pointed out in this game was there was no room between the Forest Lake wingers, defensemen against the boards. I mean, they were shutting them down. They couldn't get in there. And when they went to the center ice, there was always the Forest Lake center, another winger right there to bottle Grand Rapids up. So Forest Lake, I was impressed.
I was impressed as well, and I believe I will be impressed with Andover next Friday when we go down there. But for the Lightning, you have to keep working at it, keep grinding away, and get your game up to that level. You got 3 weeks to do it.
Yes, they're going to have to. It's one of them things. Going in the playoffs, you never know what's going to happen. You get a hot goalie, score 1-2 goals. I've seen it before.
No question. You and I have both seen it in playoffs. That will wrap it up here from the IRA Civic Center. 7-0, the final score with Forest Lake. There's Viking football going on right now over on 96.9 KMFY. And later on this evening, 6:30 pregame for Greenway and Grand Rapids hockey, and that will be on J105. So we're done with this game. We're not done with sports. We've got a lot to come yet.
That's right. I'm looking forward to tonight's game. Always a great rivalry. Should be a packed house.
I would think so.
And like the one thing you said is hopefully we get there in time to get a nice parking spot. We don't have to park a mile away.
We'll work at that. You've already had your exercise walking today, Eric. You don't need more.
No, I agree with you. I got my exercise today.
That will wrap it up here from the IRA Civic Center. You've been listening to Lightning Hockey on 1320 and 93.1 KOZY.
Thanks for joining us for Lightning Hockey on 1320 KOZY and 93.1 FM. This game was brought to you by Hibbing Chrysler Center, Computer Enterprises, CarQuest Auto Parts, Woodland Bank, Brookstone Manor, Ford of Hibbing, and Super One Foods. Lightning Hockey was also brought to you by the Move It Real Estate Sisters, Range Bottle Gas, Grand Rapids State Bank, Cole Hardware, Timberlake Lodge, Shaw Florists, S&S Meats, Dale's Auto Body, and Ray's Sport Marine. This game was also brought to you by Automotive Electric Service, North in Bloom, Lakes Gas Company, Peterson Insurance, Grand Rapids Public Utilities, Clafton Skate, and Lake Country Furniture. Lightning Hockey was also brought to you by Grand Itasca Clinic and Hospital, Pregame Lawn and Sport, First National Bank of Coleraine, Paul Bunyan Communications, and Floor to Ceiling. This has been Lightning Hockey on 1320 KOZY and 93.1 FM.